So hi everybody and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 61, and in this video we continue a little bit with our AI damaging. So in the last video we set up something like set current life when we get damaged. Let me show what I mean with that. I start here the game, and here it spawned our AI. He is coming, he's overlapping our character, and then we get damage. And now I want that the AI can kill me, which means we are going to destroy our character. There is a node, it's called just destroy actor. So which means you have just to drag out from the last code which we had, which was here in on component begin overlap. Then we cast it to the AI, so only when he is overlapping us. And then normally we should go on and check for perform attack and then overlap, activate only the code which comes now after this attack is activated. But this one is, I skip here because that takes a little bit longer. Let's continue here, and just right after we checked here our current life, it is below 0 that we die. So we have to make a check after this code. Till now we have not a check, and all time we check a variable very easy with a comparison with a branch. So what you are going to do is, in general, you get here the variable, the current life, because this current life is getting lower and lower, and then from this node you drag out and write something like less or greater, because these are comparisons operator. And in our case I say, for example, less or equal, something like that. And now I can use this comparison operator to compare it to against a value. So current life, when it's less or equal to 0, I want that our character should die, which means I just use here a destroy actor node. But here I have to use this one all time with a branch. So you have to connect it to a branch, because the branch is all time checking what you want. In this case the branch says yes or no, which means is it less than 0, I will destroy it. If it's not, I will not destroy it. And I already coded exactly this here. So this one I have done included, but this one is not finished. I mean, the check is actually finished, and we can just drag out from the true statement and say destroy actor. This is a node, and this actor is, you have to specify this actor, but the target in this case is our actor. So I want you be destroyed. That's why I can stay it here self. If it's not our actor, then I would drag here something in, but in our case, very simple, it is our self. So I can keep this word self here, and perfect. But I have a problem here. Let me drag this out and don't show you the next code. What is the problem here? So when I go in and test now this code, he hit me, perfect. Hit me one more time. Okay, I still have life. That's perfect. I can still fight. He hit me again. I still have life. I can fight. But now what happens now? He still comes after me, and he hit me, and I'm destroyed. I died, but you can see my weapons are still there, right? And that's a problem because we spawned these weapons differently. So it was not, when we look our character, the weapons are not here with this skeletal mesh. So we have spawned separately, which means, let me show you how we did this. We created something like a function which says spawn weapon on hit. Weapon on right hand. So we made even 2 spawns for hand, one right hand, one left hand. And then we spawned this weapon on this hand, on this mesh hand, with this code here, what you can see. So, and to get rid of them, we have just to get these variable names which we created here, for example, current weapon actor, we have made their reference and referenced it here and use this reference as the target actor. So what we have to do is just get this spawned weapons here as a variable and choose destroy them as well. This is a simple solution. There are better solutions probably, because you can connect them to the parent anyhow and they get auto destroyed with the parent, but this solution works as well, and it's good for us. Because now when we test this one more time, I spawn the actor, now I can perform here. Yeah, sometimes it's overlapping more than 2 times, then this happens. And I said this, if this happens, we have to check that it's not overlapping 2 times. Let me see if it's happening again. 1 time, yeah, now it's only overlapping 1 time. Again 1 time. And again 1 time. And now I get destroyed, and you can see I'm destroyed and killed. Normally you would perform here again a kill animation. For example, we are destroyed. That would come after this code here. But yeah, that was a little bit more setup in our character. And like I said in the beginning at this setup, that this one is not the best solution, but because we should do this in the player controller, and that we are going to do later when we check it for multiplayer. Right now we make it just for single player and see what problems occurs, and then we fix them. There is one more problem in this code. I have not showed you that. That's very important. What is the problem? This one will cause errors in your case if you followed this one so far. Why it's causing errors is because, oops, I have disabled this one. Let me find this fast again. World settings here, and let me open up the character again. So the problem is here, this widget blueprint has here a binding, right? And it is binded to our current life. And when we get killed, this blueprint will still try to update, even if we are killed. And when the character is destroyed, in this case, and this one tries to get information about a destroyed character, it will complain. It will say something like trying access to a non-existing character who is pending kill or something like that. And the way you fix it, it's very easy, thanks God. You just go to your function, and this Infinitive Warrior reference, which we created here, get it? You can convert this to a validate get. You just right click on it, and on the bottom you have here option convert to a validate get. And validate get means it will check all time first if this character or whatever this is still in the game and not destroyed. So it is accessible. And if you do this one, then you will have no errors anyway. And by the way, this validate get is a very nice thing. Because normally you have all time to check if the objects are still available, still accessible, and all time when a problem like this happens, think about this validate get. If this is not there possible, then you have manually set up a validation, which means manually check if the object is still available. But most time this validate get option is on the bottom when you right click on an object, and that's very helpful. So if you do this, then you should have no errors anymore, because that would complain because the character get destroyed and it still tries to do. And if you have this validate get and it was destroyed, it will say here cast failed, because is not validate will be activated here, and we have here nothing, so there will be no complaints. So with that said, I think I stop this video here, and if you have, like all time, any questions, write it down in the comments. And with that said, bye and see you in the next.